everyone, and welcome to Get Social with Saz. Hi, Sandra.
Hi John, hi everyone, and it's great to be back, episode 21.
I know, where have the last 20 episodes gone?
I
Amazing.
know, I know.
Okay, well, I don't think my voice is coming through the live stream, Sandra, so
Oh, we forgot to test the sound.
I'm just
So
going to
that's not
work
so
on
good.
that.
Right,
While you say hello to everyone, is that okay?
yes, yes, that's fine. So, hi everyone, and you'll no doubt be watching on Streamcast as opposed to live stream. So, if it's a little bit tricky, I'm just going to mute some of my sound so I don't hear myself. But yeah, welcome back.
And we've been
Um,
offline for a little bit, haven't we, Sandra?
yes, yeah. So things have been happening over the last few weeks, and we've been obviously stopped the events for a little while, and then we're back on track now. So it's very exciting, and exciting to be back with social media with Saz again as well.
So we've had, I think, is my voice still off? I think it
It's
is.
not coming through.
No, I'm just, and it's there. And is it? No, it's not there. No, you'll have to keep talking,
I'll just
Sandra.
keep talking while John fixes that. Now, just a little bit about Spreecast actually. If you're watching on your mobile, if you're wanting to comment, you will need to download the Spreecast app. So you just go to the App Store and type in Spreecast in the search. And then once you go and click on the link, it should take you to, or search for online events, and then it will take you to this video. And we will make a little video just to help everybody get on because it's a little bit more trickier than our previous live streaming. But I think it's quite good. It's got quite a good chat room. It's quite interactive because we can share links and post like that. So it's very, very good. But if you do need a little bit of help, either leave a message in the Facebook because we're streaming live from Facebook as well. In fact, if you're having a bit of difficulty in the Speakcast, just go over to either John's Facebook page, Online Events Facebook page, or the Online Events community chat group. So we're streaming live into those three pages. So if you want to discuss social media for the next half hour, feel free to join us there. And you can leave questions if you want because we'll have all the pages open and we'll see it. We should be able to find your chat somewhere.
Yes, yeah, that sounds good. I think, have I got some voice in? No.
Just
Oh,
check.
testing 1, 2. Yes, I've got my voice back at last,
You
Sandra.
got your voice back.
You know me, I like to be heard. That's the thing.
Yes. Excellent. Oh, I'm glad that's sorted. Welcome back, John.
Yeah, so, well, we have been struggling with livestream.com, haven't we? And not that no one can see us when we're on live stream, but it has been difficult, I guess. So we thought,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just make the move over to Spreecast and do that so that everybody can hear us and see us. That has felt really important to
yeah,
us.
yeah, definitely. And it might take a little bit of adjusting. So over the next week or so, we'll post some help topics up. And if anybody has any questions, just let us know because sometimes it's not. We see it from a producer's side. So if people are using the website, as a guest, then it's perhaps different. So let us know what's happening, and then we can kind of iron out that as well. It's
Yeah,
different on the other side. We want it to be smooth on both sides.
we
So
do,
yeah,
we
just let
do.
us know. Yeah. We don't mind getting told there's something wrong or I can't do something, and we can sort it out anyway. Normally can be sorted out.
Well, and sometimes it looks like it's all working fine to us, and
Hmm.
actually it's not. So the
Yeah.
more feedback back we can get, the better for us.
Yes.
It's really
Definitely.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, shall we do some news around
Yeah.
social media, Sandra? What is going on in the big world of social media?
Well, so there's a lot of, from the last time we spoke, maybe not a lot of maybe necessarily new apps as such, but we've had a lot of updates. Just to say that today, Instagram have actually released their new logo, which is really interesting. And what I'll do is I've got it on my phone, so I'll put it up to the screen so you can see it. and it is really different. So can you see that one there?
Oh
I don't
wow!
know if it's a bit
It's not the
fuzzy.
same at all, is it,
Yeah,
Sandra? Wow.
don't know if you can see that one.
Yes, yeah. Second one in, just beside your
Yeah.
Periscope app. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, that's going to be a bit funny. So anyway, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to your app store and update. So you'll normally get a notice that there's certain things needed to be updated, and then it'll update the Instagram. Also, the actual face of Instagram has changed, so they've changed it to a complete white. It's maybe not going to come up as much here,
Interesting.
but you
Yeah.
know, down the bottom it used to be darker, and up the top it would be darker. Well, it's a complete white screen. So that's really different. And the way when you're posting and working through your posts is a little bit different. So that's actually a big bit of news today. They've changed it. People would ask him, well, why has it been changed? But everybody needs an updated logo. We updated our logo. So maybe they're
If
phoning
online
us.
events does a new logo, then it's time for
Yeah.
Instagram.
And I don't know, was that logo their original one, the one they had before? I think it was near enough the original when it first came out. I
It's the
probably
one
don't
that
go
I
back.
remember.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
But so it's really different in that it's just a white picture of a white outline of a camera, and then people were saying, well, it's going to look really good next to the other apps on perhaps a phone, like a smartwatch,
Ah,
as opposed
nice.
to all the
Yeah.
colours that they had on the last logo.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really simple. So maybe with all the other logos, maybe it blends in better, or you know, I'm not sure. There will be a lot of updates and things like that over the next couple of weeks or so. So I've tweeted the actual Instagram post. So if you want to go and have a little look at that, you can check on the tweets there.
So check out Sandra's tweet and catch up with that big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a big difference. Um, the different the news on the live stream is getting more and more intense now. It's all about live streaming. It's all about video now on social media, and Periscope are starting to change a little bit. So if you were using Periscope before, they used to use catch.me, which would save all your periscopes or all your scopes. They've now taken that down, so that's gone. So Periscope are now doing an update, so it's not fully updated yet, but they're going to have an option for you to save your scopes on the app, and so it's going to be a wee bit different. Meerkat, that was a previous scoping live streaming app, has now gone, so that's now disappeared. And there are a couple of new ones coming on, so I don't have all the names of that. So it's moving really fast with
It's
the live
moving quickly, isn't it?
yeah.
Really quick. Yeah.
But the main, if people might be watching just now, a big, huge one is going to be is Facebook Live. So there is other apps, and it's not to say that people aren't using the other apps and that they're not good enough. But if you've not used perhaps say Periscope or any of the other live ones that are new apps that are starting to come on for live stream, Facebook might be the easiest one for you to go to. So it's not as if just because the new app comes out, you need to say that I need to learn Periscope. I need to do this. If you want to check it out, it's fine. But it's quite good not to get too bogged down in trying to figure out all of them. You know, you might just want to use one. And Facebook, I think, if you're already on Facebook, if you have a Facebook page and if you have a business page, Facebook is probably the way to go for your live streaming.
It's huge, isn't it? Like it's already becoming really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of what's happening in the world of social media. What I wanted to talk about today was actually on that theme of using videos with your social media. So we've already talked about, obviously we went through the process of Facebook and what we're using Facebook for. So we're going to live stream our events through Facebook. But there's a couple of ways you can use Facebook. The main platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And thinking that these platforms can be for video now, moving it on from just thinking it's just content or pictures, or because video is really, really going to stand out. So it doesn't need to be a live stream on Facebook. If you're doing a live stream, then that's great because that's going to get pushed to the top of your, the people that view you, your viewers' feed, which is really good. So you might be doing live streams about perhaps behind the scenes. So it was a Snapchat that you put on Facebook, wasn't it? And you were cleaning your office and you're getting it all ready and putting your new rug out. So it's that kind of behind the scenes that's great for perhaps potential clients. They can see the space that you're working in. So things like that. So it doesn't necessarily need to be live. You could take that video and then you can upload it to Facebook. But putting video between some of your content is an absolute must, really, to get kind of views on your Facebook scene, because this is the thing everybody's trying to work out. How will people see my Facebook posts? If you're putting native videos, which means uploading it straight from your phone to Facebook, it normally will get more reach than if you put, say, a status in, just write something. You're going to get more reach if you put perhaps a video. And it's not necessarily that people will like it or comment on it, but they will see it as they're flicking through. So, and it's not that first thing that they're going to see and they're going to then interact with you. It's maybe a couple of times they've seen some video and seen some more video, and but it's not to say that other content's not needed as well. So it's the same thing, kind of intersperse it. For Twitter, now a lot of people, including myself, we start off using Twitter for posting links about stuff, for following people, and for sharing other people's content, because that is Twitter, isn't it? It's a big conversation about all that stuff. So now what we can start to think about is using video within the Twitter app, or when you're using Twitter on your phone. So I know that you've done this this week, I think, as well, John. So when you're replying to someone and you're thanking them for following you, send a video.
Yes.
So you can just, wherever you are, and you were out and about, weren't you? So you just, on your phone, you get 30 seconds on Twitter, so you don't need to worry about what am I going to say, how am I going to say it. It needs to be as quick as anything. Literally, you're just saying thank you for your follow, say their name, and that's enough. So you just, where you go in to normally write a tweet, underneath where you'd normally post a photo, there's a little video symbol, so you just click on that, and then you hold it down, and then you'll record your 30 seconds video. And then obviously if you put that at the person's handle in, they're so it was to me at onlinevents_saz, then the person will get the video and reply to them, either liking any of your posts, following you, or retweeting you. Or if it's something that you've seen that they've posted, which is really interesting, and you have something to say about it, then reply in video. So what that does is it makes you stand out in people's Twitter feeds. So there's lots and lots of writing, so it's all posts and posts and images, and because that's what we're doing on Twitter. But if you can then add in a few videos, it's actually really nice, and it's really personal. So like, I've interacted with people on Twitter as well, and then they've sent me back a tweet, and then like, oh, thanks very much, Sandra, I really appreciate you sharing that. And it kind of then changes it from just the written word, but it's quite personal. So it's something to keep in mind, even if you try it maybe like once a week, do a reply, a video, or once a day, depending on how often you're on Twitter. And it just changes it up a little bit, and it lets people see the face behind your business. So, you most likely will have a photo, or something like that.
And we've got one of them, haven't we? We
Yeah.
do, yes.
And so that's good, so people can see it. But actually seeing the video and seeing you talking to them is really good idea. Yeah. And you can also create a post of your own 30-second video. So it can either be, this is what's happening behind the scenes. It doesn't always need to be on yourself, because some people, even like myself, I not always want to be on the camera. So you can have it turned into, it's a view of your room, or that you're out and about, or you're at a conference, or any of these things is great to go on Twitter video, and just put that on. So when people are scrolling through, they're getting a little bit more content than, writing or links. So that's where to use it on Twitter. For Instagram have now changed their video length to a minute. So I think it was just 15 seconds before, so it's now a minute long for video. So everybody's playing the game with the video,
Yes, everybody's getting in.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because it's important. So, and then on Instagram, again, it doesn't need to be that you hold it down and you capture it. What you can do is you can take a little bits of video here, there, a couple of seconds here, or and then join them all together, and then put that as your post, and then it becomes a kind of edited video by yourself, if you know what I mean. You can just take a couple of images. Say, for example, you're at a conference, so you take images maybe of behind the scenes, or people chatting in the networking, or you're talking to someone and you want to share their details. You can take all the video and then upload it as a post, or do a 1 minute video. It's kind of endless of possibilities, but it just lets you know that these platforms are not only just for photos and links and things like that. It's changeable, so as it needs to be a little bit of everything, but it's ideal to start thinking about posting a little video.
Yeah, and that's a really nice idea, that we could stitch some images together. We could do it that way. And like using the Snapchat app, I guess we could do that if we did.
Yes.
We could take some images, download it. Maybe that's another tutorial, but that we could get that into Instagram as well. That sounds great.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And that's the great thing about using Snapchat, because it might be a platform people think, oh, I don't really know if I want to be on Snapchat. I don't know what it is. But if you're on Snapchat and if you're just new to it and there's not necessarily a lot of followers on it for you, it doesn't really matter, because it can kind of be used as a video, kind of video capturing app for you, can't it? Because as you say, you could be taking video, you can write on the video, and you can then download your 10 seconds of videos, can all be downloaded together, right? And then it can be uploaded to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So I would say, even if you're not sure about Snapchat, you can still go onto it, and you don't necessarily need to be sharing your codes if you're not quite ready. If you don't feel you want a lot of followers, well, you're just practicing with it. Because that's how I start on all the platforms. So I'll go on the platform, but I'm not necessarily saying, right, here's my handle, follow me. I'm going on, have a little look what people do, see what the app does. But for Snapchat, it's great. You can, as you say, download your stories and upload them again onto all other platforms.
Yeah, that sounds like great advice, Sandra. Just have a little try out. I think that's a really good thing to do with Snapchat. Like, not get too deep into it, but have a play with it.
Yeah.
And to use that function to download some snaps and then pop them on Instagram, pop them on Facebook as well, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. And it just gives you an instant way of being able to get video on. So, and it's really quick, so. The other thing with video, what a lot of people worry about being on video. So I'm one of the worriers about being on video.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not always in the front of the camera, and I didn't start off when we were doing this, did we? I was always behind the camera.
Absolutely, it's a big change, isn't it, for you, Sandra? Yeah.
But it's trying to have in mind that it's not perfection studio stuff that we're trying to do. The live video that works really, really well is really impromptu. That it's just it's really so that you are like yourself. You know what I mean? Because people want to know, who you are and what you like. So I would say to people not to worry about too much about what I'm going to look like on the camera, or to just try it, to just put something out that's not looking like perfection, or that you wouldn't necessarily do. And if the worst is the worst, if you uploaded it to Facebook or Twitter and you really didn't like it, you could delete it and take it off again. So, but it's ideal to think, that this is me being myself, and I'm trying to let people know what I'm doing, and so it's a good idea just to have that in mind, that it's not a kind of, you're looking for like background lighting that's perfect, and it's out and about in the daylight is obviously ideal, and so it's just to keep that in mind, and probably the more you do it, the more into it you're going to be.
Yeah.
And if you're on social media, it really is something that I would say you need to be at least trying, you know, to try and let people see the face behind your business. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, because people's going to do business with you, aren't they? If you own the business, you are the face behind the business. So it's a different one to, you know, the live stream video. Like, video's always been there, but now video is really, really important in social media. So let's just give it a try. And I would say, if you want to upload a video or want to take a video and upload it onto the online events community chat group, is a really, really good way to share a video to start with, you know. So sometimes you're not sure, maybe, oh, how's it going to upload? What's it going to look like when I upload it? But if you upload it into the group, you know, and it's like, oh, hiya, this is what I'm doing, or, you know, just a practice.
Yes.
We don't mind you just putting video in there, and then we can just like it as well. So we're not going to be sharing it from that group. So it's just going to be a video that would be put into that group, you know. So I think that's kind of a safe way to try it as well. So if anybody wants to do that, feel free. We can help each other do the live videos, or the videos even.
I think that's a great idea, isn't it? I was chatting with a colleague today, private message on Facebook, and talking about that. Well, like, Facebook Live is a way to hang out with each other. So colleague was talking about maybe a piece of work that they might do, not confidential work, so they could do it and have their smartphone on. I'm doing it as if the smartphone's there on the tripod. You know, we can jump in, have a look at what the colleague is up to. We could chat with them. Like, I think that's what you're describing, Sandra, that it doesn't need to be like BBC or Fox or whatever is there.
Yes.
You know, it's a way to hang out and spend some time together.
Definitely. And maybe when you're working isolated, it does maybe get a little bit lonely. Maybe it gets a little bit lonely being by yourself. So if you're maybe doing something, or, you know, as you say, you might be updating something on your computer, or, you know, doing something new in your client room, you can then go live in the video, and then people can sit and chat to you while you're during that period. You know, that it's, as you say, it's nothing confidential, but it's a little bit of time that you can feel your colleagues are having a little chat. Or you can sit and have a coffee together, you know. So, you know, like, you could be having your coffee and then just invite, does anybody want to come on and have a little chat? So maybe can start to take away that loneliness away from working by yourself, you know. If you're just maybe working for yourself, then you're going to need time, maybe chatting to other people, and then it's not always appropriate that you've got time to then go and meet people here, there and everywhere, or if they live at the other end of the country or in different countries. So you're right, it's an ideal way even just to hang out, just for fun as well.
Yeah, and just get some time, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's really good to pick up these ideas, get the news about Instagram, some of the things that we've been trying out with Facebook Live, because I know you've been doing some Facebook Live things. So if people jump into the group and into the Facebook pages, they'll see the stuff that you've been doing, the stuff that I've been doing, and say, well, do you fancy doing it? Or even, as you say, upload a video to our page, and we can all have a wee look and some feedback and hang out together, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. And it's important to have a little bit of confidence around doing it as well, you know. So if you have someone else that's kind of going to be thinking about doing it, you know, we can all share that together, and then try it. And if it's not going to be suitable for this moment in time, you know, it might be something that you just have in your mind, and then later you'll probably think, oh, I could put that on live Facebook, you know, on Facebook Live, I could, you know, and that's a really, really good idea. So it's just something to keep in mind as well, just to be prepared to try it for your social media. Yeah.
Sounds great, Sandra. Really great advice. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
We've had more struggles with the technology, Sandra, so we've been on and off Streamcast, and we're not on Facebook right now.
Right,
so
okay.
I think the technology to go in through Wirecast is still a bit, well, I'm saying the technology is a bit dodgy. Maybe I'm not quite understanding how to use it.
It's going to be a bit different, isn't it? Yeah, that's no problem.
So I think
But
right
we'll have
now
the
we're
recording.
maybe on our own. You and
That's fine.
I, so.
Yeah. That's no problem, because if you're watching on the recording, if you even have any questions from that, you can pop them in the Facebook chat on our Facebook group. That's what I'm trying to say. Or you can tweet us, or you can send us a message. But we're excited to practice out or try out the new stuff as well, aren't we? Because
Yeah.
it's all interesting, and it's a way for us to learn. So when we're learning, we'll pass you on, and we'll pass on the information. So it's ideal.
Yeah, we're trying out stuff. We'll pass on that learning, and we'd love to like get a sense of what's it like for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
how you enjoying it? Great.
yeah. And if within social media, if there's maybe something people have tried that we've not been talking about, then let us know as well, because it might be something that we might want to try out as well, but also something as a community that we can try. Maybe help each other, because it might, for one person it might be a great thing, other person not so great. So just kind of having a try and see what's out there. But social media is something that's a long game, I think.
Yes.
Like, it's never something that you can I'll just do that and it's fine. It's got to be something that you need to put a little bit of time into, and sometimes a little more thought behind it is needed. But when you do, it's you will get the results, and get the connections with people as well.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a bit of thinking about that, the strategy maybe.
Yeah.
I was wondering whether we might take a 5-minute break and we could almost eat our own dog food. I think that that's the American business
What does
expression.
that mean?
What does that mean? Like we could, I could plug in both my devices,
Yes.
which would get us direct onto Facebook and see if anybody wants to hang out with us for
Yeah,
15
let's do that.
minutes. Do you
Yeah,
fancy doing that, Sandra?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So we've got our recording for our social media with Saz for tonight, and we can get that up
I
into the
do, I hope
library and all. But maybe, I don't know, do you fancy getting a cup or something? I'll do the same, plug in the devices and
Yeah.
get the tripods and see if we can
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and hang out for 15 minutes on Facebook and see if
Yes.
anyone will say hello. Yeah,
Good plan. I think
great.
that's a very good plan.
Let's do that.
Okay, see you over on Facebook.
See you on Facebook.
Have a
Bye for
cup of tea.
now.
Bye.
Bye.